It's going to be a great call. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Monday night call. Thank you for being troopers and showing up on a Monday night, the 19th of December. I know it's Christmas week, and we got some of you that really came in with your antlers, your lights, your hats. So thank you for making it so fun for all of us. And tonight, obviously, we're the Mission Possible team. Our mission is inspiring healthy living around the world. But tonight, we really want to focus on a subject that we've been talking about a little bit. And I'm just wondering if many of you have heard, I'm sure most of you, over the course of your life in some time, but if not, certainly in the Juice Plus community and journey, you've heard this statement. It's mostly done by Joan. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, but expecting different results. Have many of you heard that statement? Have you heard that statement before?
No.
Okay, yeah, that is really what a lot of us do. We do that. We continue through our life doing the same things, wondering why we are not getting a different outcome. So the purpose of our call tonight, Monday the 19th and Wednesday the 28th of December, we've got a part 1, part 2 call. The purpose of both of these calls is to draw our thinking to the value and the importance of review and reflection. So we've been posting on, and I'm going to pull it up real quick for you guys to look at. We've been posting. I posted it on Voxer. I posted it on Facebook. I posted it in a few places. This year in review. I hope you guys can see that. And really, we've used this before, but the more I study about reflection, self-reflection and reflection, the more important I think it is for all of us to step back and take a look at our year, at our time. Maybe you do that every month, maybe you do that on a weekly basis, but for sure, we need to do that on a yearly basis. And so to look at our successes, where did we come up short, what worked, what didn't, what good decisions did we make? So you can print this off from Voxer, you can print this off, it's in the files on our team page, Facebook page, but 10 great happenings that we had last year, successes, celebrations, habits, learnings, things that you want to bring forward into 2023. So I'm just curious, and I'm going to stop this. Can you guys remember this? 10 great happenings. Yeah, think of 1 or 2. Who would be willing, brave enough to share some happenings that happened, something that you did? It could be, we're mostly focused on Juice Plus, but really in review, you want to think about your life, your relationships, all kinds of things. But maybe for the purposes of this call, we'll think on Juice Plus activity. Things that you want to celebrate that you did that was good. Go ahead, Sandy.
Okay. Well, a year ago at this time, after the Eric Worre GoPro, I committed to the 90-day activity, which is really stepped up intensity around the business. And I would say that I not only did 90 days, I did at least 6 months of high intensity, and I quadrupled my networking opportunities at the beginning of the year, and I maintained that throughout the entire year. And I feel really great about having done that, rejoining the chamber, going to all their events, joining another networking group every week, and just meeting more people, making more connections, building more relationships. And I maintained that throughout the entire year, even though the intensity may have lessened after about 6 or 7, 8 months. I maintain that, and I still do to this day. And I am going to continue that for sure into the new year, because it's that repetition of doing those things, of meeting new people and building new relationships. You can never get enough of it. So.
Wow, that, Sandy, that is powerful and priceless. That is a priceless, really inspiration for all of us to be out there and to be into networking and community. So super. And I know you're contributing as well in many things. Who else? Something that you want to celebrate, because we do want to celebrate. One of the things we often do is we look at what went wrong, but we want to talk about what was good here as we begin.
Can I share?
Sure.
I just loved embracing Project Broadcast. I mean, that to me was really a step up with customer care, and the response with my customers has been tremendous. And I know many of you on the call do it more than that. You do a lot with prospects with it, but what a great tool we have that we can use for those reasons, for customer care, for customer, just the interaction been wonderful. And then also with prospects. So it's been a real plus for me in my business.
Thank you. And I'll say a big amen to that. I got a message. Let me just tell you, I have a distiller that I've never met in California. It was a referral from somebody else in the water filter days. Listen to this. She has several customers we've never met, but we've stayed in contact. And I put a message out the other day to all my customers and partners. She said, thank you for keeping in touch. Isn't that something? I mean, I just love Project Broadcast. It keeps us connected. So I got to agree. Who else? Somebody's got to have some success. Go ahead, Cheryl, and then Sherry.
In January, I had the opportunity to go to the Steamboat Boot Camp with Sally and Sandy, and my mom lives out there, so I incorporated visiting her and my son in doing that. But one of the things they talked about was a power hour. And I was looking back at my calendar. And so, we went to that boot camp in January, and I noticed that I started a power hour, one that any one of you could also join in with me on Thursday afternoons at 1 o'clock. I started that in February, and I'm still doing it. And yeah. And what I've really enjoyed is when people do get on it. Some of you have gotten on. If there's something that you're working on at that particular call or whatever, I mean, we talk about it. And so I feel closer and to other members of our larger team by doing that and inviting them in. And it keeps me honest, that I mean, I do work my business other than that hour, but I intentionally sit there for that hour on Thursdays and just make sure that I'm whatever that list is for that particular day. So,
wow. I love this power hour, networking, Project Broadcast. Sherry.
Okay, well, I was just really excited because Viola means a lot to me, and we've been friends for a good long while. And we met through a referral for Juice Plus. Anyway, and I was excited when she restarted her business, and she's been, I'm just really proud of her and all the effort that she's making. And then I too have jumped in on Paula Fontanelle's Power Hour, which has helped me a lot. And I've had more courage this year to approach people. And sometimes, I mean, I'll just be honest, sometimes I get intimidated by people. And so this year I've been able to overcome quite a bit of that. And reached out to people that I used to would have shied away from. So they didn't become customers, but I haven't given up on that. But I'm just proud of myself for going ahead and speaking up. And for people that to me were hard to approach. So I have to give myself a pat on the back for that this year.
Congratulations, Sherry. Courage is doing the thing, even and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So there you go. Congratulations.
Well, one celebration that I have, and we all know this as we're out and about and we're meeting people and we're talking to people about Juice Plus, that it doesn't always show up, right? It's like you're continuing to connect, you're continuing to reach out, you're planting a lot of seeds, but it doesn't always come to harvest. And just in the last 4 days, several things have just come to harvest, of some like 3 orders and a new partner and a Tower Garden order that he's ordering, and just in a few days' time. And it's like all that planting of seeds and that connecting, we don't know when something's going to sprout. So it's a celebration to see it sprout, but it's also a celebration of the planting and the tilling the soil and that continued activity and the networking, like Sandy was talking about. And so yeah, just continuing to be there and be a shining example of health and vitality. And yeah.
Good jobs. Consistency, that consistency of planting seeds does create miracles for sure. Thank you. We're going to go 2 or 3 more minutes and then we're going to move on. Anybody else? Think quickly. Go ahead, Joyce.
Am I muted?
No, we hear you.
Okay. Well, I was just excited that I sold my first Tower Garden last month and got a new partner. So that was exciting for me.
It's
That's
very
great.
exciting. And we've seen your Tower Garden several times on Facebook and how beautiful it is and how good it looks. So congratulations.
Well, I give the credit to my husband. He takes care of it.
Okay. That's a good teamwork. That is good teamwork for sure.
Sharon, I want to share something quickly that probably everybody else knows, but I just learned recently. If you are in a conversation with somebody that you've just met, or maybe, you've known marginally, and this is somebody that you think maybe down the line you'd like to get to know better or share some information with, if you will open up your contacts on your phone and hand them your phone and ask them to fill in their information, they'll do it. It just surprised the daylights out of me. And if they don't, they haven't lost anything, right? But now all of a sudden, all of my contacts are not just Juice Plus friends. Now I have a lot of other people that I can start sharing information with. And that was a real eye opener for me. Like I said, the rest of you probably already knew that.
Well, it's never too late to be learning a new trick, Nancy. That's a good thing. So did anybody else get excited that we returned to some more consistency live events this last year, both, in our own homes or our own wellness presentations, the whole general Juice Plus community. We had our conferences this year, and we've just done more things, more boot camps and things. So I'm thinking that's a great success for us, being where the whole country and the world has come from in the last couple of years, that we've been able to live events and people are more eager, it seems, to come out for sure. I know that I've had great success with some live events this year that we didn't do for the last couple of years. Anybody else? We're going to move on. Okay. Well, I want to encourage you to take these forms, these 2-page year in review, do some reflections. The importance of reflection and review cannot be overstated for sure. And when we reflect, I have to say, some of those study and reading that I've been doing about reflection and self-reflection is when we reflect, we gain a better understanding of what's working and what's not. Would you all not agree on that? We want to reflect on what worked in our Juice Plus business or in our days, and then what did not. And this also allows us to make better plans. I think it allows us to make better plans, better choices, and certainly change our action as we review and reflect. And so let me look here. Oh, Sally is going to play a great, along this line, we talked about Sally and our leaders, our NMDs talked about that this morning. We have a super John Maxwell video clip. I know that people really respect and love John Maxwell. I said earlier, it's like a big teddy bear giving you a hug with his voice, for sure. But one of the things that we've been talking about here during the month of December is love, serve, grow. How can we love? How can we serve? How can we grow? And this is a beautiful piece. So Sally, I'm going to let you play it for us.
Yes, so when he uses 2019 Whenever he says that, just think 2023.
Just 2023, okay.
So you might want to mute just so you don't have any background noise that comes in. Oops, sorry.
Hey guys, welcome to Forward. We're a new type of doctor's office that's providing prevention.
If you want 2019 to be the year that you really want to be, here's the secret of making it a great year. I'll guarantee it, if you'll just do what I'm about to share, it's just going to set you up for an incredible 2019. Every day, serve someone. Every day. Every day add value to people. Every day serve one. Every day live the intentional life of doing for others, sometimes what they cannot do for themselves. And if you will put people first and add value to them and serve them, it becomes absolutely amazing what you and I are going to have and achieve, how we're going to help people, and in return, how it comes back to us. Benjamin Franklin said this: "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of someone else." If you're helping someone else lift a load in your life, you become a very useful person. Mahatma Gandhi said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. But perhaps on this kind of a theme, my favorite quote is from Albert Schweitzer, who said, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know. The only ones among you who will be really happy are those who have sought and found how to serve." The happiest people are not always the most successful people, but they're the ones who serve the best. I've met a lot of unhappy, successful people, haven't you? But I've never met an unhappy person that gave their life of serving and giving and adding value to other people. Martin Luther King Jr. said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. If you will help people get what they want, then you'll receive everything that you need in life. We got to work at this. If 2019 is going to be an incredible year, you're going to have to look at the year and say to yourself, what can I do to add value to people instead of what are people going to do to add value to me? What can I do to serve people instead of, I wonder who in this next year is going to serve me? We're going to have to do a complete mind shift in that whole process. Service over status. You know, there are two kinds of people. There are the people that do what is right and then feel good, and there are some people who want to feel good before they do what is right. And if you want to feel good before you ever do what is right, you and I will not do a lot of things right, because we'll let our emotions control it. But the moment that we say, no, I'm going to do the right thing, and then I'll let the emotion follow. Character over comfort. Now here's the key. If you and I are going to make 2019 a great year of serving people, let me tell you, the first thing that's going to happen to you, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to be inconvenienced. Because when you have to serve people, they don't do it on your time schedule. Sometimes when people say, well, I don't know if I could do that. I don't even know if I have those kind of... Listen to me. The moment that we really have a desire to add value to other people, our whole life will begin to change. And so if 2019 is going to be the year that we really want to make it, I'm going to share with you right now 5 things I do every day. And I want you to do them every day in this year. And I will promise you, your life is about to incredibly change. And all 5 of these things I'm going to give you right now, you can do them. These aren't hard, these aren't complicated. Every day, number one, every day I value people. And that's the foundation of everything we're talking about. If I don't value people, I'll never add value to them. I'll manipulate them. I'll do all kind of bad things. But it all begins with valuing people. Number 2, every day I think of ways to add value to people. In other words, I'll look at my schedule in the morning, I'll say where I'm going to go, who I'm going to see perhaps, and I'll say, okay, what can I do to add value to those people? I think of ways to add value to people. Number 3, every day I look for ways to add value to people. Number 4, every day I do things that value people. Every day. In fact, at the end of the day, the last thing I do every evening is I do a 10-minute inventory of my day. And one of the questions I ask is, who did I add value to today? Who did I serve today? Okay? Every day. Every day. I value people. Think of ways to add value to people. Look for ways to add value to people. Do things that add value to people. And number 5, I encourage others to add value to me. I do those 5 things every day.
Thank you, Sally. Did you all love that? I don't know if you've seen it before. I know, I think Nancy, we posted it, at least in the leadership group, it was posted, but I've seen this clip a few times. And every day I value people. Every day I think of ways to add value to people. Every day I look for ways to add value. Every day do things. And then finally, I encourage others to add value. So what an opportunity we have as we step into 2023, just to love, to serve, to add value, and to grow in our own lives. So I want to encourage everybody. I know this week is a busy week, maybe more for some than others. I have intentionally over the years chosen not to be too busy at Christmas. Don't do too much during the Christmas weekend and the week after. Just stay at home and do what I can. Right now I have not much choice right now, but in the years past I've had some choices. But I encourage all of us to take some time. And the week between Christmas Day and New Year's Day is especially a good time to take a little bit of time and to reflect, to review, to think about what worked, what we can do, what we want to do for the coming year. And it doesn't have just to be about Juice Plus. It's a good time to think about all kinds of things, health and relationships and finances and projects and all kinds of things. So I just really encourage you guys in that. So looking ahead, so I'm going to encourage you to take this document and do some work on it. So don't just say this was a nice little document and thank you, leaders, for doing this tonight, because we have worked on this. But looking ahead, and invite you back to Wednesday, December the 28th, right here on the Mission Possible channel. I think that's at 7:30. It's not going to be a late call. It's more 7:30. And we are going to break out into groups where we share some of these things, things that we're looking forward to do. And we always love our breakouts. I also want to remind you all that something really important is happening in 2023. I think the leaders know this, but I want to encourage everybody to be prepared. The Juice Plus company is getting ready to do something that they have never done in their 52-year history. Never done. We have built our business on personal testimony and word of mouth. We have never done any national ad campaigns, and they are getting ready to do a media, social media, email, all kinds of campaigns that will put the name of Juice Plus out there. So that means we need to be prepared because, and I've already started talking to wholesale buyers and letting them know that there's things that are going to ready to happen, and people are going to start asking them, do you still take that Juice Plus? Are you still doing that Juice Plus? So people are going to start asking. So be prepared, get your boards ready, get your resources ready, be prepared for that. Because I will tell you that having a qualified business, all the leads that come in they're going to be looking at people who have a qualified business. So having a qualified business is going to be most important moving into 2023. So be excited about that. And then also, I think I've heard from several of you that have been selling the new Juice Plus offering, the pouch the one pouch for $40. That's an option that people can have right now. I think several of you, I've heard from several of you that you've gotten some orders. So that is really exciting, and it's something that you need to be prepared on that. And then we are going to kick off in the week of Christmas, a social sample challenge, a 10-day challenge before we head into the 10-day shred January the 9th. So lots of fun things happening. So I want to invite you guys to be back here on the 28th of January. We will put out all the details again. So I should have said Hanukkah. Yesterday was the first day of Hanukkah, and I don't know who all celebrates Hanukkah on our team, but I'm sure there are people who do. And then also Christmas greetings as we celebrate this season. Many reasons to celebrate. So I celebrate you. We thank you guys for being here. I know it's a busy week. And thank you. Have a fabulous week with your family, with your friends, with your community, and be blessed as we add value to others. Thank you guys for being here. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah, anybody?